Hey guys, we're sitting here with Chris Pitsilos, who is the line development manager for Berkley. And as you know, Berkley is the, by far, industry leader in line, right? Sales and everything else. You guys kill the line market. Well, when you get in the boat with a guy who's a true expert like this guy, spent 22 years at Berkley, and you're looking at some flagship products that we fish all the time here on Fishful Thinker, it's a good opportunity to get your opinion on the hows and whys. Each one of these is better than the other. So first, give us a rundown on the two new ones first.
Sure. Our two new braids that we have this year, we've got X5 and X9. They will range in price anywhere from $13.99 up to $17.99. The opening filler put up is 165 yards. It also comes in a 330 yard and a little over a 2,000 yard as well. Okay. The really cool thing is we try to explain fishing line. It's hard to explain fishing line.
It is, which is why we're sitting here with you right now.
But we've tried to explain it kind of in terms of golf balls. You know, we all go to a store, we buy golf balls. We've got different reasons why we buy different golf balls. And it's kind of like that with braid with anglers. We know braid is strong, we know it's no stretch, we know it's super thin as compared to monofilament. But how do you compare two different carrier type braids? So this is a 5 carrier product. Okay. This is a 9 carrier product. That means
well, so I was going to ask you, what's a carrier?
A carrier is a strand that makes up the bundle of fibers
that are woven together, braided together. So this
right.
one has 5 fibers, and this one has 9
Correct.
fibers.
This has 1 fiber, 1 strand or carrier up the middle, and 4 wrapped around it. Okay. This one has 1 in the middle with 8 wrapped around it.
Gotcha.
Because you have the higher the carrier count, the smoother you're going to get.
Like thread count on sheets.
Exactly, generically speaking. This would be like Egyptian cotton.
Oh, okay, gotcha. There you go.
This would be the stuff you may get at JCPenney's.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the point is that with this one, it's got less strands. But to get the same diameter amongst them, because 10 pound is 10 pound is 10 pound, you need a bigger strand here, and having it as a bigger strand, you end up having a stronger outside fiber. Thus, you have something more abrasion resistant here.
Okay, now I want to quickly point out that I hooked a pike earlier with the line running underneath, you could see it on film, right in the middle of his mouth, running right across with this stuff, and did not cut it with no leader, which I got to admit I was even surprised by. I really expect that he's going to break off. So this is the thicker strands, because they're so thick, they're harder to cut a percentage loss of, and therefore that. Okay.
This is kind of those strands are on the front line, so to speak, of the interaction with that pike, and it showed very well for you.
Yes.
This one you're going to use smaller fibers because again, 10 pound is 10 pound is 10 pound.
As far as diameter
you're
goes,
going to use smaller fibers to make up that 10 pound because now there's 8 of them or 9 of them really, but 8 wrapped around a core. Okay. And thus those outside fibers are smaller. Those strands are smaller. But what makes this really great is that it's super smooth. Right. Okay. The pick count is higher, and when you feel it, it's smooth. It's quiet through the guide.
Yeah,
it's going to be super
quiet.
Long casting.
Right.
Okay. Those are the major differences between both of these lines.
Okay. So this one's going to throw farther, quieter, smoother.
Correct.
This one's going to have vibration resistance. Tensile strength are going to be similar, assuming a new box of line.
Correct.
Similar tensile strengths.
They're going to have
and diameters per pound test.
That's correct. They're going to have the same strength. It's just the difference in their makeup
and
construction,
how they make
so
them.
to
Gotcha.
speak.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
if you're somebody who doesn't like to hear, when you're cranking in your reel and like to hear that, some people don't like that, you'd want to go this route. If you don't care and you like a little feel, a little grit, you'd probably want to go X5.
Any difference in the suppleness of them?
No, they're both processed the same, regardless of their carrier count.
Gotcha.
They're going to feel the same. They're going to fish the same. It really comes down to tomato. Some anglers like tomato, some like tomato.
What's come down to me so far, guys, and I just started fish season July, and it is September, so I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. I generally like a whole year with a product before I get real excited about it. This stuff has worked great right out of the gate, and I tested this and didn't know it. As a field tester, I tested some and didn't even know what it was, which is what they do for field testers. What I've settled on is I like this stuff on casting tackle and this stuff on spinning tackle. I don't know that I can tell you exactly why, but that just seems to be how I have settled on my personal angling.
Right, understand. When we first started with this product, we would bring in 2 different pros. If we brought in 10 pros, we'd get 10 different answers of what they want.
Yeah, they're fishermen.
So we had one pro that liked a 4 carrier product, so we have a 5, very similar. And we had another pro who liked an 8 carrier product, 9, very similar, for the reasons that we mentioned before.
Gotcha. Now, and now we're going to kind of change it up a little bit. One more quick thing. Even if the color fades, it doesn't matter. They still have the strength.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the braid.